A man in London forgot to book the venue for a wedding. So instead of just admitting that he forgot like a normal person, he claimed a bomb was going to go off in the building. His bride was left out in the streets for 45 minutes while the building was evacuated. For doing this whole bomb scare, the man was sentenced to 1 year in jail. The couple is still together.
An unexpected and unwanted text message from a wireless company prematurely exploded a would-be suicide bomber's vest bomb in Russian New Year's Eve, inadvertently thwarting a planned attack on revelers in Moscow. The would-be suicide bomber was planning to detonate a suicide belt bomb near Red Square, a plan that was foiled when her wireless carrier sent her an SMS while she was still at a safe house, setting off the bomb and killing her. The message reportedly wished her a happy New Year's. Cell phones are often used as makeshift detonators by terrorists for these bombings.
We're the Guerilla Wolves, and we're in the scariest place on the North Shore. No, not Bogalusa. The Slidell Haunted House.
Let's go! Come play with me. Oh, wow. Oh, this is like a really confined space.
GorillaWolves.com! GorillaWolves.com!
Bigger!
Oh, I love this show.
Hello and welcome to a very special Halloween episode of Guerilla Wolves Movie News. I'm Parker Lehman. It's Halloween, so I guess I'll have to review something Halloweeny. Let's see. Carrie? No, it's rated R. Captain Phillips? Nah, that's stupid. How about Insidious Chapter 2? Insidious Chapter 2 is the latest film from producer Jason Blum, who you may remember from Paranormal Activity 1, 2, 3, and Paranormal Activity 4. Joining him is director James Wan, who will be directing Fast and Furious 7 next year. His last film, The Conjuring, came out a few months ago, and while I can't recommend it, it is available on DVD and Blu-ray in stores everywhere. This film follows the continuing hijinks of the Lambert family, who is recovering from their son being possessed by a demonic entity. In the last movie, in order to save his son, Patrick Wilson had to go into a spirit realm called the Further and bring him back. What he did not know, however, was something came back with him. And let me tell you, this film is scary. Upon leaving the theater, my jaw was sore from clenching my teeth so much. This film kept me on the edge of my seat throughout its entire 1 hour 46-minute runtime. Heck, I wasn't even on my seat. I was hovering above my seat, ready to sprint out of the theater at any time. The only major problem I have with this movie is the writing, specifically the dialogue. The way people talk in this movie, it's not natural. So overall, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Definitely go see it if you're looking for a good Halloween scare. Until next time, I'm Parker.
This year's World Series matchup features the St. Louis Cardinals and the Boston Red Sox in what is sure to be a treat. It's not every year that you get the two best teams in each league to play each other for the World Series. Also, both teams are have the highest run differentials in their respective leagues. For this, I think I'll pick the Cardinals in 7 games in what'll be a thrilling series. And the Cardinals, kudos to them for dumping pool hosts and not giving him the money, because we all know what a disaster he turned out to be. And if you're a big fan of plate collisions in baseball, then this will be your final chance to watch them, because it is likely that the MLB will ban plate collisions next year due to people like Morris Bart, who might sue because players get concussions. In basketball news, the 76ers are officially tanking. They're going hardcore. You may have recall from the draft that they traded the Hornets' Roy Halladay for Nerlens Noel. They announced that Noel will not play the entire season, which means this team will be one of the worst teams the NBA has seen in decades. Speaking of people who aren't liked, Jay Cutler, you may remember him for people in Chicago rioting a few years, burning his jerseys in recent NFC championship games for being injured. Well, he's injured again. So the Bears are starting to fall apart. And they do have a bye week, but after that, they'll probably get mauled by Green Bay.
The NBA regular season is right around the corner. The preseason is wrapping up. And so it's time for our way too early playoff picks for the 2014 NBA season. So joining me is amateur basketball analyst and NBA 2K14 cover athlete, Kenny Ross. Kenny, how you doing? All right, so let's get started. So, Kenny, what are your top picks for each conference in the playoffs this year?
This is going to be tough because the West has a really good balanced conference this year, and the East has one of the best upper echelon of teams out of each conference. So I think in the West, it's going to be a tough battle between the Spurs, the Thunder, and the Warriors. The Warriors, I definitely think, is probably going to get the top seed. But if the Thunder come back fully healthy with Westbrook and such, I think they're going to top the Spurs this year. In the East, another three battling it out, the Pacers, the Bulls, and the Heat. The Heat having one of the most explosive offenses in the East. The Pacers having one of the best defenses, and the Bulls kind of being in the between. So I think the Heat might get the top seed, but it's going to be a battle between the Pacers and the Bulls.
So what's your pick for the championship, and who do you have winning?
Even though I would kind of like to have a three-peat because that would be interesting, probably either the Bulls or the Pacers against the Warriors.
Gentlemen, we all know about the ionic bond. Wait, what are you doing? What? That's not chemistry. You sitting here playing Angry Birds? You think your parents are paying for you to come up here and play Angry Birds during my chemistry class? Son, do you want to see me go to jail for killing somebody? Do you answer me?
Coach, have a Snickers. You get a little crazy when you're hungry.
Thanks. I feel so much better now.
Hey, welcome back to Mark's Many Games this week. I'm not going to do the modern game this week, so I'm going to go straight to retro, and we got golf. Now, it doesn't get really any worse than this. You play as some fat old man who just plays 18 holes, and that's basically it. I'm not really a big golf fan, but I don't recommend this at all in modern society. Maybe if you were a huge golf fan that lived in the 80s, but this has no modern appeal to it at all like Super Mario Bros. 3 would.
Hey, I'm Cole Gorning. We're going on a student safari. The school board has reports of a wild satterly in its natural habitat here in the main school building. Let's take a look.
And this has been Guerilla Wolf News.